I'm going to give you 5 mistakes that I made in my business so that you don't have to make the same mistakes in your businesses. 2 businesses that I started, one of them was called Tropicology. Tropicology was an online dropshipping website where I took products from AliExpress, I took the customer's shipping information and I put it directly on AliExpress and they shipped it straight to the customer. I never held any inventory. Primetime Mentoring was a one-on-one tutoring business where I would take kids and I would tutor them in math, and it would be a local business. It's not online. Both of these businesses failed, and I'm going to go over the 5 reasons why they failed. The first reason why it failed was because I was too worried about prettiness. I'm too worried about the logos, the website, the Facebook page, all the bullshit. It's all bullshit. Don't worry about any of it, okay? The most important thing about business is getting money in the door. Okay, everything else is bullshit. So I was too worried about how good the website looked, and I didn't even have any customers. I had these business cards, and they were the nicest business cards you can imagine. They had rounded edges, they were embossed, they were like the nicest business cards anybody ever had. I ordered like 500 of them, and I used none of them. It's like a total waste of money. Like, the most important thing is to get customers in the door. If I worried more about the value that I was delivering and the marketing, I wouldn't have to worry so much about how pretty our website looked. The second mistake I made was I just didn't do enough marketing. I went out and for my mentoring, my tutoring business, I started putting out flyers, and I got like 30 flyers and I put them around the school, and I was like, oh man, 30 flyers. I made them orange and I, printed them out, and they looked super nice, and they were like the best flyers ever, and there's like 30 of them. And I was like, oh, 30, I'm gonna get at least one phone call from these 30 flyers. I had zero. So the most important thing, when you're marketing, you gotta put it out there. You gotta increase your volume. I should have been doing like 500 flyers a day minimum. You really gotta put it out there, especially because people don't look at flyers. I had them on these bulletin boards, and they were mixed in with 100 other things in that bulletin board. Nobody cared. It's like overwhelming. The third mistake I made was that I didn't provide enough value first. So I had these for my dropshipping company, I had these cheap little dinky pop stands that I would give out. I don't know if you guys remember in 2018, they had like little pop stands you pop on the back of your phone case. I'd give these out for free, and they had little pineapples on the back of them. And I thought, oh wow, I'm giving people something for free. They should be ecstatic about this. And I had the right idea, right? You should give people things for free, give them value. But the problem that I had was that I didn't realize what I was giving them had no value whatsoever. It's just cheap and junky. And the impression of my business now is that he gives away cheap and junky shit. He has no value. So instead of doing that, what you have to do is you have to give them something substantial of real value. So instead of doing that, maybe I'd give them like a little kit that has lotion, tanning oil, like a little beach essentials kit. Same thing for my tutoring business. All I did was I gave them one free session. Instead of doing that, what I should have done was I should have given them an offer like this. You get free tutoring sessions all the way until you get a 90 on your next test. That's an enticing offer. That's an offer that you can't say no to. So what you got to do, it's called a lead magnet. So you got to get in leads by offering something of value, something that they actually truly value. If I offered value instead of just giving them junk, then they would have been more enticed to come back. This is also why you don't run ads to cold audiences, which I was doing as well. I was just selling my stuff to these cold people. And the conversion rate to people who don't know you versus the people who do know you, it's like 10 times more for the people who know you. So you're gonna convert way more people if the people actually know you and they trust you and they trust your brand, that you're gonna provide them value in the future. If they don't know you, they're not gonna wanna buy your stuff. The fourth mistake I made was I had cheap products and they were priced very cheaply. I didn't realize that when you price products, it actually has an effect on how the consumer sees the value of the product. So I would sell bikini because there's a tropical website on my dropshipping website. So I'd sell these bikinis, and the bikinis were priced at like 10, 15 bucks. And I was like, 10, 15 bucks, that's a steal. Why would anybody not want this bikini? It's like the cheapest thing ever. And what I didn't realize was that actually people see a $15 bikini and they're like, what a piece of junk. It must be junk. And I never realized it at the time, but looking back on it now, it makes sense. Obviously, something that's more expensive is going to appear to be higher value, even if it's not actually. I had an Instagram account reach out to me, and they asked me to promote promote my products on their page. And I sent them a product, and they got it, and they were like, this is a piece of junk. If I actually had a good quality product then they would have promoted it on their page and I would have gotten so many more views and purchases if I actually took the time to make the product a good quality product. But I was just selling junk. So the brand had no basis to stand on. On top of that, on my website, I had cheap junky pics. They were stock pictures. And on my Instagram page, I just had stock pictures that I just reposted. If I actually took quality pictures of the product and I was able to post that on my Instagram page, then I would actually have a genuine brand and not just stock junk that you see all over. The last mistake I made was that I didn't know the difference between a legit account on Instagram and a fake account on Instagram. I was trying to promote my stuff on Instagram pages. If you're following a car page, it's got a bunch of pictures of cars. If you're following a travel page, it's got a bunch of travel pictures. I wouldn't be able to tell the difference between what's a legit page and what's a fake page. So I wouldn't know if I should pay $50 for an ad on this real page or if I should not pay $50 on this ad for this fake page. An easy way to tell the difference between a fake page and a real page is a real page will have subscribers and likes and comments. If it doesn't have likes, but if a page has 20,000 followers but 0 likes, obviously they're a fake page. But if they have 20,000 followers, 2,000 likes, and 0 comments, they're probably also a fake page. They have to have some comments and some likes and some followers, and then you at least have an idea that they're probably a real page. And then you can look through the comments and you could see, okay, are these comments in English? Are these comments in Hindu? What language are these comments in? It'll let you know where their audience is generally located. Those are the 5 mistakes that I made so that you can avoid them when you're making your business in the future.